Hey guys, welcome back to Makeup Therapy with Laura, where we discuss all things beauty, makeup, and mental health. In today's video, I'm going to be doing my makeup and having some me time, some therapeutic makeup application. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to be talking to you a little bit about masking, or as I like to call it, fake it till you make it. All right, let's get started. So I'm just going to start with my base. I'm going to be using my IT Cosmetics CC Cream. And I'm going to be blending that with a little bit of my Physicians Formula Butter Glow Liquid Bronzer. I like adding this just to a foundation. Just gives it a little bit more of a bronzy glow, especially if you're in between seasons on your shades. I'm going to actually mix in a little bit of my Rejuvenique oil as well, this liquid gold, just a drop. And this just makes your foundation go on so beautifully and smooth. Makes your makeup look awesome. So masking is a coping mechanism that a lot of people that suffer with certain mental health disorders will often do to kind of pretend like things aren't as bad as they are, or almost like a fake it till you make it mindset, like I just said. I'm just taking this foundation off my lips. Okay, so we're all blended in here. And I'm just going to pop on some concealer and talk a little bit about masking. I'm just going to read this definition of masking. Masking is a coping mechanism in which an individual conceals their true emotions, thoughts, or struggles as a way to navigate social situations or cope with internal difficulties. Powerful stuff. I have been there. I suffer with social anxiety, and when I'm in a social situation, I am acting my heart out. I'm trying really hard to pretend like I feel comfortable when really I don't. And I really don't understand why I feel that way. But I've always felt that way. In high school, I used to be terrified of the cafeteria. I would do anything to avoid going for lunch. I would leave the school most days when I was old enough to drive. And the fact that you walk into a room and everybody stops and looks at you just makes my heart go, ooh. It just makes it go crazy. I used to blush a lot, like my face would get super red. Now I blush on my neck. This is where you can see my anxiety. So I should be wearing turtlenecks all the time just to hide that fact. But that's me masking. So maybe I shouldn't be doing that. Maybe I should be embracing the fact that, I'm not perfect and nobody's perfect. Just allowing yourself some grace, which is something I don't do. I can talk all day long about mental health and how to help and what you should do. And I don't put it into practice myself, and I really should. And me recording this video, me talking to you so candidly and openly about mental health and depression and all of the things I struggle with on a daily basis, it truly is helping me. This is therapeutic to me. This is almost more therapeutic than sitting down with a therapist, because I get to do something I love. I'm indulging in some self-care as I do it, and I'm talking and creating a dialogue that's going to hopefully help somebody else. And maybe, just maybe, I can help you. And that is my main goal with all of this, is just to be a sounding board. I struggle with even talking about it because it's tough for me. It's not something I'm proud of, and something that I've been masking for as long as I can remember. I have been putting on a face, and maybe that's why I love makeup so much. Maybe it's me putting my face on and showing that face to the world, because I feel masked when I'm wearing makeup. Wow, I'm just getting really deep here. I'm figuring myself out. It's a short-term coping mechanism that's not going to help you long-term. Long-term, it's going to cause some issues. I'm going to put on my contour. Blending this with a dense blending brush that has rounded tip, rounded top. Just love how this stuff blends. It blends so effortlessly. Always tapping. Swiping is going to remove that product. I kind of want to remove some of it here because I went a little overboard. I always just take whatever's left on my brush and go along my jawline with it and just drag it down my neck. Chisel off that double chin. Okay, I can see in the monitor here that I have way too much on the sides of my nose. So I'm swiping to remove the product and then tapping to blend the product. So there, a teachable moment. Okay, I am going to jump into my brows. Today I'm using my Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz. This is a nice brow pencil. It's got a very thin tip and a spoolie on the other end. And I'm just going to take a little mirror here and look down into it and just comb things out. Okay, brows are on. Ways to combat masking is finding a good therapist, doing self-care practices, putting on your makeup, doing your hair, taking a bath, going for a walk, doing something that makes you feel good. Not doing anything for anybody else, just for you. I struggle with that because I have 3 kids and 2 dogs and a wonderful husband. And a cat and a bearded dragon. We've got the whole zoo here. I struggle because I tend to like to do things for everybody else and I put myself last. And my therapist and I have been trying to figure out ways that I can put myself first, or that I can take some time in my day to practice a bit of self-care. And in doing that, I've decided to start this channel, and this is my self-care time. So here I am, bearing my soul to the world. It's scary, but here we are. All right, I'm gonna use some cream blush here. And this is my Monat Hydrating Liquid Gel Cream Blush in the shade Pink. And you know the drill, popping that on the back of my hand. I'm gonna make a few dots here, just above where I put that contour. Okay, and then blending with a brush. I just cleaned my brushes yesterday, so they're all nice and clean. If you want to see a video about how to care for and clean your brushes, let me know down below in the comments, and I would be happy to film that for you. I'm just using my beauty sponge to blend everything out. I'm going to set. I don't know why talking about masking is a little bit difficult for me today. I'm feeling a little bit like I'm bearing my soul because this is something near and dear to my heart. I am a masker. I am somebody that if you were to meet me at the store, if you were to meet me in my job, you would not think this girl is suffering. You would not think this girl has issues with depression and anxiety. You would think, my, what a lovely girl. I just put on a good face and I put on an act and I try to act like everything's okay. And I've gotten really good at it. But I've learned that over time, this becomes exhausting. This becomes something that, it can wear you down. Just being on, pretending all the time. It's just something that really messes with you eventually. I'm just adding some setting powder to any areas that tend to get shiny. This just mattifies things and locks your makeup in place. Right, I am going to move into eyeshadow. So today I'm going to be using my Too Faced Born This Way Sunset Stripped palette. This is what the palette looks like. Very pretty natural tones with some warm tones in there too, some beautiful shimmers. So today I think I'm going to play in this family right here, these warm tones. And I'm going to grab a blending brush to start with, sort of a bigger, fluffier one. And I'm going to dip into this Butter Pecan shade. Butter Pecan, Butter Pecan, however you'd like to say it. And I'm just popping that right into my crease, or just a little bit above my crease. And this is just kind of the transition shade, as we call it in the makeup community. And it is kind of a lighter base shade that you can use to transition into your deeper colors. I've always been a big fan of art, and I find that makeup is my art form. I really enjoy doing makeup. I'm going to jump into the Golden Hour shade, this one right here, and I'm using this one on a smaller blending brush, and I'm placing that a little bit lower than that initial transition shade and fluffing that right into my natural crease. I'm not a makeup artist, and I am not a mental health expert by any means. I'm just a girl who loves makeup and suffers with mental health. So I'm just here to share my fun makeup expertise that I've collected over the years. I used to work at a modeling agency back in my teen years. I taught a makeup class there, just using tips and tricks I've learned from makeup artists over the years by working with artists at different photo shoots and whatnot, and also from watching YouTube. I love YouTube videos. I love watching all these artists create these beautiful looks. And so I just practice on myself, and this is my art form. So I used this darker shade Chai Times, and I deepened the outer corner here. And I'm just going to blend all of that together with a larger fluffy brush with no product on it. Okay. And I'm going to use this flat blending brush here, and I'm going to tip into the Golden Hour shade and the darker burgundy shade, and I'm just going to place this right along my lower lash line and connect the lower lash line to the outer corner here. Always tapping off the excess, especially when you're working in this area. You don't want the fallout to ruin your base makeup. And don't poke yourself in the eye like I just did. Okay, I'm going to jump into some shimmer next. I'm going to use this shade right here. This is called Surfboard. And I'm just going to be using a flat packing brush here, tapping into that product, and then just placing that on the lid. I'm going to place it sort of in the center and out towards the outer third of the lid. That is pretty. I'm actually going to use my finger. I find you get more color payoff when you use your finger. I'm not flipping you off, I promise. And I'm going to take a smaller little brush here, and I'm going to go into this one here, Sandy Cheeks. And I'm just going to put that on the inner third of my eyelid, or the inner corner. Here. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the different types of masking. So there's behavioral masking, which is modifying one's behavior to hide or suppress symptoms. So when you have like social anxiety, you tend to avoid eye contact with people, and you could be practicing some deep breathing just to calm your nerves a little bit. There's emotional masking, which is hiding one's emotions or feelings from others forcing a laugh or a smile. And I've gotten so good at that you can't tell I'm forcing it. I'm like, as I'm saying all this stuff, I'm really resonating with it. And I don't know, maybe it's helpful for me. Maybe I'm giving myself a bit of advice here as well as giving you some advice. This is my Monat IR Clinical Mascara. I love, love, love this mascara. It's almost like a lash serum built right in, so it helps your lashes grow. And it's got a beautiful way of lengthening and volumizing your lashes at the same time. I just love the way the formula builds. I can't say enough good things about it. It is my new favorite mascara. So some issues with masking, some things that can come up from it, from overdoing it for a lot of time, can be exhaustion and burnout. It's mentally draining. It's emotionally taxing. Just popping on my little Monat lipstick, the shade Posh. That formula is so hydrating. My lips were so dry, now they feel lovely. Some other symptoms that can come of it is loneliness, and poor self-understanding and a lack of confidence and self-doubt. So if you know somebody who you think might be masking, who you think may be suffering on the inside, it's important to let them know that you're here for them. Don't make a big deal about it because you might scare them. But just being there for them and trying to encourage some self-care, trying to encourage them to build a network of people surrounding them that are there for the right reasons and that are helpful. People, I used to surround myself with the wrong kind of people that were only there for the good times and wouldn't be there for me in the hard times. And thinking back, that might be the reason why I've been masking for as long as I have, because I always felt out of place and I always sort of felt like I need to mimic other people's behaviors and try to be outgoing even though I don't feel outgoing, and to try and fake it till you make it. And I did that, and I've been doing that for years and years, and I'm slowly starting to come out of it, and I'm slowly starting to take my mask off and show my face to the world. And here I am, showing myself to you and bearing my soul to you. It's something I never thought I could do, and I'm coming out the other end, and I'm so proud of myself. So I hope this video wasn't too chaotic and that it helped you a little bit. Take a deep breath, do some self-care, do something for yourself. Build a network around yourself of people that care, people that aren't fair weather friends, and try your best to find some other coping mechanisms. Find a therapist. There are other strategies out there. Okay, I hope that you enjoyed this video. I'm going to finish off with a little setting spray. This is my Milani Make It Last spray. It's always so refreshing. I'm just going to pat that out. And this is my finished makeup look. Thanks for joining me today, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye.